Alrighty, hello family and welcome back to another productive vlog. I am so excited. We are getting ready to go into the month of July. And I like July. It's very summery, lots of outdoor activities, so I'm very excited. So today we're going to be doing a monthly reset. I'm going to be getting my life together because June was very interesting. I feel like I took a lot of time to rest. I went to Puerto Rico, had a nice vacation, but some of those habits kind of carried over into the rest of my month, so it wasn't as productive as I wanted. So we're going to be getting things back in order. I'm going to be running to the store to get a few hygiene essentials, and then when I come back, just doing some organizing. I also have to do a couple of work and admin tasks today, so it'll be kind of a get your life together video. But before we jump into all the things that I have to do today, I kind of want to just give you guys a rundown of how the month went in like my different categories. So let's start with my health and fitness journey, because what even happened? Can I be honest? I've been really struggling to find the desire to work out. I was consistent for a few months. My longest streak was actually 44 days, but then perfectionism started kicking in and I started to be very critical of my body. I was honestly considering quitting because I was just feeling so overwhelmed. But thankfully, girl, I'm not doing this journey by myself, so I had a much needed chat with my trainer from Train Well, and she helped me to adjust my routine and just gave me the motivation that I needed to get back on track. And that's why I'm so excited to introduce you to Train Well, formerly known as Copilot Fitness, and they'll be partnering with me on today's video. So let me tell you about Train Well because they are not new to my channel. Train Well gives you a unique fitness program that is custom tailored to you, your schedule, your equipment, whether in the gym or at home. You're going to get step-by-step workouts, a dedicated personal trainer, and progress tracking through the Train Well app. So once you actually sign up, you're going to have a video chat with your certified personal trainer, and this is where you'll get to know each other, you discuss your goals, any physical limitations you might have, and then they're going to help you design a plan for you to succeed. My trainer, Coach Jay, is the perfect match for me. We've been working with each other for the past few months. She's super knowledgeable, so personal, and very supportive. Although my fitness goals have changed a lot over the past few months, I started out with more strength building, but now I'm more focused on endurance. My trainer, Coach Jay, has worked with me and still built out custom routines that work perfectly with my schedule. Everything is planned out by your personal trainer who gives you encouragement, support, and feedback on your form along the way, all for the fraction of a cost of in-person personal training. As you complete your workouts, your personal trainer will help you to adapt your plan to push you forward. And if you have a question, your personal trainer is just a text away. Lately, I've been relying heavily on text and video support with my trainer as I'm navigating my way to getting back on track. Since we've been working together, I have a much healthier relationship with my body. My energy levels have increased. In fact, I don't even need to use caffeine. I was really addicted to caffeine before, but now I'm able to sustain myself on just the natural energy my body produces. I'm finally back on track to lose 5 pounds, but most importantly, I have the support that I need to keep going. It's really easy to quit and kind of give up on yourself when you don't have anyone holding you accountable, but with Train Well, having your own personal trainer just makes so much of a difference. So honestly, I could say so much more, but you should just try it out for yourself. You can click my Train Well, formerly Copilot link to get 14 days free with your own personal trainer. Sis, this is your year to honor God with your body and become the best version of yourself. Train Well has been a game changer for me, and I know it will be for you too. So I am so thankful. Again, we're getting back on track, and it just feels really good to know that I have someone in my corner and I don't have to quit. So for July, I am ready. I'm excited to continuously hit my fitness goals, and it's going to be a good rest of the month. Definitely let me know in the description box how your fitness journey is going. And before I update you guys on like my personal business and other goals, I think I'm going to run to do my errands first, and then we'll talk about that when I get back. Okay, y'all, so I'm back from running my errands. It was super fun. Just out here being a girl, trying on stuff that I'm not getting. But I did find this really cute pair of like linen trousers that fit me so much better than the original pair that I got. So I went and got those, and then I just got a few more things. I re-upped on my Pixie Glow Tonic. This is like a toner that's really good. It helps with like hyperpigmentation and just evening out your skin tone. This helps me a lot when it comes to when I get like a breakout, and I tend to scar pretty easily. So this helps me to get rid of that. And then of course I re-upped on the Dove Advanced Care Dry Spray in the scent Caring Coconut. I love this stuff. My sister put me onto this a couple months ago and I've been using it ever since. It just smells so good. So highly recommend. Now I was looking for like a nice cream blush because I don't wear makeup. I try to keep my skin clean. I don't know what it is. Like whenever I use like brushes, even if I clean them a bunch of times, for some reason it just causes breakout. So once I completely stop wearing makeup, I mean, of course I have my lash extensions on and then I do my eyebrows, but everything else for my skin I don't use anything, and it just keeps my skin a lot clearer. So I did want a cream blush, so something I can just apply with my fingers versus a brush. So the Pixie one by this brand was actually sold out in the color that I wanted, so I really wanted a cream blush before I go to this event on Sunday, just so I can feel a little, I like a little rosy cheek action. So the only one that was left in the color closest to what I wanted was this LA Girl soft matte cream blush, and it's in the shade Kiss Up. So I'm gonna try that to see how I like it. So yeah, that's pretty much what I got from Target. Everything that I really needed, except they didn't have the Dove antibacterial foaming wash that I needed or the soap that I wanted. So I'm just going to order those from Amazon or do like a Target delivery order because I don't want to go back. They didn't have it at the store, and I don't like running out to get too much stuff because then you just pick up stuff that you don't need. So now that all that's done, let's get into the monthly recap. I told you guys earlier about my health and fitness goals. Now let's get into kind of how the month went faith-wise, business-wise, and things like that. Okay, so let's start with just how my month went faith-wise. I feel like me and God have been really close this month. He's been really helping me to prioritize overcoming distractions. I did not realize how much of a scroll head I was, but I took a break from social media for a little bit this month, and I feel like it was really helpful in helping me to clear up a lot of things that I was kind of still waiting to hear God on. You don't realize that you can like just not be so sensitive when you have so much outside noise coming in. So I was like binge watching a lot of like YouTube, Netflix, scrolling a lot more than usual. But I think it's because like I was burnt out and I didn't even realize it. So by the time I went to Puerto Rico and I came back, I was still feeling kind of drained. And I also mentioned in my last vlog that my period was acting just like really weird. So all of those things just kind of made me try to seek comfort in scrolling. But like God really corrected me, brought me back to a place where he reminded me that I'm going to be refreshed in his presence and not in those outside things. So I feel like we took a pivot there that was really helpful. I've been meditating a lot in the book of Psalms. I love this book and I read it often, but there are just like certain Psalms that have really been sticking out to me, specifically things that are pointing to God's sovereignty. So I think meditating on God's sovereignty has really helped me to learn how to trust him more, because when you realize that God is in control of every detail of not just your life but everyone else's life that's connected to you, like he's constantly moving things around, putting pieces together to work out for his plan, which is so much better than mine. So it just gives me this, as a person who typically would crave control, it helps me to surrender on the daily, reminding myself that God is sovereign over time, over relationships, over my will, over every area that concerns me. And it's brought me a lot of peace. I'm also in a place where I'm just really prioritizing worship during this time. I used to sit and be able to worship just for hours. Like I would literally lock myself in the room. My family would not see me for hours, and it would just be me and God. And so I'm really trying to get back into that place. I feel like it's not like I haven't been in that place, but I haven't been dwelling in that place. Like I've been more so sticking to my routine and the time that I've allotted versus just like, I want to dedicate more time. That's what came out of this month, is that I really, really want to dwell and practice just being still. Like there would be times where I would just sit in my room for hours and I wouldn't even be saying anything, but I would just be sitting still in God's presence, and he was just speaking to me, and just the intimacy felt better. So I really want to, not felt better because I don't rely on my emotions, but it just, it was just good. Okay, I want to be back in that place. Just long story short, so those are a couple of things. I did get a new devotional, the Upon Waking devotional, which I like. It is a bit like, I don't know what to say. Like, it's a good devotional. It is something that I prefer, I feel like, to read at night than in the morning. And I feel like because some of the topics are a little heavy to process first thing in the morning, some of them are like rebukes, and I love that kind of stuff, but I feel like I'm going to get a different devotional for when I first wake up. But I have really been enjoying that devotional. It's been challenging me in a lot of ways. I've been able to go deeper in the word. So I feel like it solves one of the issues that I feel like I was having, and wanting some type of direction. I do think the issue that I'm having with it is I originally wanted a devotional that was going to be focused on one theme, because I feel like I tend to hop around a lot when I'm reading the word, and that's just because, I don't know, God speaks to me a lot at once, but I wanted something that was just one consistent theme, and so I think that has been the issue that I've had with that. Not that it's anything wrong with that devotional, it didn't solve the need I was looking for, but it is a really good devotional. So yeah, I think that pretty much wraps up the faith recap. God is just so faithful. I think my biggest thing that I've been praying is just prayers of gratitude for the fact that we get to just wake up in God's presence, that we don't have to travel from city to city to get to him, but we just get to wake up in his presence and press in. Like, it is such a privilege to have the fullness of God living on the inside of us, and so that's just a place that I've been staying in gratitude with. So yeah, business has been going really well. For those of you who don't know, I am a certified Christian life coach and an execution strategist. Execution strategist just means that I help people get things done. So my specialty is helping Christian women to get out of their heads and execute their God projects. So these are things typically like people who want to start businesses, faith-based businesses. Specifically, I work with a lot of faith-based women who want to market through YouTube. So that's kind of my specialty. And recently, it's just been such a beautiful experience. The clients that God has sent to me, I feel like they are exactly what I prayed for and just in alignment with what he told me I would be doing. So I feel like work has been really aligned in that area, and my life just looks so different from what it did last year. Like, I remember praying to God that I wanted to work with him full time, because I was just so burnt out. I love what I did, but I just felt like God was calling me to entrepreneurship, and I was scared, but I'm just so grateful for the way that God did this and even the timing, because he really does know best. And I'm gonna tell my full testimony on another video, but just God is just so faithful. Like, his will and his plan is so much better than ours, and I feel like I'm seeing the fruit of the efforts that I've made over the past few years, and I'm seeing the scriptures in action where God blesses the works of your hands. And so I'm just so grateful to be able to get paid to do what I love, to get paid to just be in alignment. It's just such a blessing. Like, if you know my full story and you know where I come from, like, I'm so grateful. Like, I could almost cry, because there were just so times where I was just praying for moments like this, and now I'm living in it, and it's just such a blessing. Like, it's such a blessing. Y'all see the joy? Like, I'm just grateful. I think somebody's mowing the lawn, so I'm sorry, but that's all I'm pretty much going to say about business. Business has been good. I have no complaints. I am going to be making just a little bit of an alignment change. I think that when it comes to YouTube specifically, I got very just excited about all the different things that I can talk about, and so I think I was hyper focusing a little bit on like productivity without realizing that my original mission has always been from God to help people get out of their heads and execute, and that doesn't so much involve productivity, but more so like helping them to get literally out of their heads. So overcoming those anxious thoughts, overcoming those mental blocks that are stopping them from moving forward, helping people to manage their time so that they can stop procrastinating and really do what God has called them to do. Like, my heart is so heavy for people who are sitting on, you know, the things that God is calling them to launch, because I know the weight that's connected to these God projects. And so I'm just happy to just have a little bit of more direction and just clarity from God in that area towards business. So that's what we're really going to be focusing on. So yeah, that's that's pretty much my business recap. My channel has grown. Like, God is just so faithful. I'm just looking at it and I'm just like, wow, like my email list, like I've superseded all of the goals that I've set for this year, and it's only the half of the year. So I'm really having to sit with God and think bigger and get bigger vision So yeah, I'm very excited about that. God is very, very, very gracious, and I'm excited to also be able to teach it to others. So just a little more direction about where I'm going to be for the next year as far as business. I was sitting with God, and the mission has definitely been heavy on helping people to start faith-based YouTube channels. This is an area where I feel like God has graced me, and it's always been something that I've been working on behind the scenes for other people, but now I'm seeing the fruit in my own life. And so I have tons of just knowledge and wisdom and strategy that works that I've just been gaining over the past few years. A lot of you don't know this, but my background is also in digital marketing. So all of the gifts and the things that God has brought me here, and I'm seeing how they all are in alignment. So I have a few things in the works. One is the Clear and Confident Academy, which is specifically for people who want to launch a faith-based YouTube channel. We're going to talk all about, starting, growing, monetizing, how to create content when you have a busy schedule, things like that. And then I have the YouTube guide for overthinkers, which is like one concise Q&A document with all the questions that you could have about how to start, grow, and maintain a channel in a format that is very easily digestible. I feel like a lot of times what stops people from executing is just having too much information in too many places. So this is a very concise document that has pretty much everything you need, and it's search based. So I'm really excited about that. And then of course I launched the Mental Garden, which is a productivity template for people to get their lives together, because you don't learn how to manage your time, like you will never be able to do what God has called you to do. It will always feel overwhelming. It will always feel like it's too much. So all the information for those things are below in the description box if you're interested. But that's pretty much, like I said, my business update. What else? Let's do personal. I think that's the last one I'm gonna do. Personally, I feel like I'm really getting to know myself. This year I've had a lot more free time. Surprisingly, even though I'm in entrepreneurship, I feel like God has given me the gift of my free time, which is such a blessing. And so I've been really focusing on doing things that I love, spending more time with my friends, spending a lot of time with my family. We've grown very close over the past few years. Getting back into my creative side. So I've been drawing and hand lettering. I really want to get back into going to museums, solo dates with God. I really enjoy those. Like anytime I get to leave my house to go spend time with God, I feel like it just helps me to just reconnect in a different way. I've also been going to a lot of Christian concerts, so I've gotten to see Madison Ryan Ward, front row. God is so good. Evanescence, she's like a Christian jazz artist. I recently just saw her. Last year I saw Jonathan McReynolds, which was really good, but I really want to go see more Christian concerts and just discover new music. And I think I want to plan another solo trip. I went to Philly for like a week by myself, and it was just so nice. I stayed in a cute like loft. I went to a jazz club. I did candle making. I got to try all these different restaurants. So I just really enjoy spending time by myself. So I'm definitely going to plan some things for the rest of the year so I can just spend some more time with me. But overall, I'm just very happy. Like I can really say that I'm at a place where I'm just happy, I'm content, I'm grateful, and I just feel in alignment. And I think that's such a blessing when, like, the type of person I am, like, all I care is about God's will being done. Like, I just want God's will to be done in every area of my life. And I feel like I'm aligned. So I'm very, very grateful for that. I feel very leveled, and just in tune. I'm at peace. Like, if any way I could describe like my year, it's been a peaceful, fruitful year, and I'm just so grateful. So that pretty much is going to wrap up my monthly reset. Again, let me know how your month has been in the comments and what you're planning for next month. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye!